Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. A new plan, a seasonal plan, like a Christmas thing that I want to do. So I've created some different contents that I'll be doing like twice a week. So I hope you'll be able to watch them. And before I even begin, I hope you forgive me for the noise that is outside. So today I'm gonna do a beginner's makeup tutorial. So I'm gonna take you to a guide, just a step by of what you should do if you are a beginner. So this is just a beginner friendly, but also if you know if you've been doing makeup, you can also check to see if there are some things you need to add to your makeup. I hope you'll enjoy. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button, and also don't forget to comment if you like my videos. Let's begin. So beginner, I don't want to confuse you with the tons of brushes I use, so I'm gonna use just a few of the brushes. This is like my foundation brush that I use, and this is a spoolie for my eyebrows, and also I use this to just create a shape using my concealer. And this is a fan brush. It's like for my glow, to apply my glow. And also use this one for my shadow, the glitter part. And I use this one to blend my concealer sometimes, and this one I'm gonna use to apply my eyeshadow. So let's start with my spoolie, and I'm just going to brush this. So you want to make sure before you apply your eye pencil or your eyebrow gel that you have tweezed or threaded your eyebrows so they're in clear shape. So what I'm gonna do now is just draw them. And if you do follow me on social media, Facebook, I have a really good tutorial for this. So here I'm gonna just do it fast, but I'll leave my account here so you can go to my Facebook account and check to see my eyebrow tutorial. So when I've drawn the shape I want, what I do, and I'm using eye pencil number 3, what I do is just I come and I fill it in. I normally just fill it in a little bit darker at the end, and when I'm coming towards the front, I just make it a little bit lighter. And so both sides I'm doing the same thing. So what I'm gonna do next, I'm using my concealer in the shade 4. Just put a little bit on my hand there, and I'm taking that, and this is what I do next. So on top of my brow, what I use, my foundation, because it's a bit darker, I go with that in and just put that on top of it, on the top side of my eyebrow, just to make sure it blends in with my skin. So now what you do is you go in with your brush and just bring that down like this, you see, just to create that beautiful shape that you want. I want to finish first that way, and then I'm gonna come on top and just do the same. You don't really have to bother about the top because you're gonna blend it anyways with your foundation. And this one's the eye pencil are only 30 shillings, and I'm using the color number 3. So when I'm done with my eyebrows, what I'll do next now is I'm gonna use the concealer that was left in my hand to just set my lid before I apply my eyeshadow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my sponge. This is damp. You want to put your sponge or your beauty blender, run it through water, and then what I do is I use a paper towel to just dry off the excess water. The application tend to be much smoother when you run it through water. Yeah, there's an eye primer that you use for your eyeshadow before you apply to make the application a bit smoother. When I'm done with that, I'm gonna go in with this brush. So with my powder, I'm using my L.A powder. I'm just gonna set this up to even make the application appear more smooth. Before that, before I apply my eyeshadow, and then quickly I want to use my Huddah palette, my shadow palette, but because the color I want to use, it doesn't have like the one I want to use for a base, so I'm gonna start with something from here, Eye Candy. I use this color. I'm gonna use this one, just a little bit of that. I'm just gonna make it simple because I don't want to complicate things. So I'm starting from here, the outer part of my So I've changed my brush to this one because the other one was being stubborn. So I start here at the top. So I start with this. I'm starting with on top of my crease, just to build the color I want, and I'm only gonna use like 2 colors. So if you're not into colors, you can always do the nude colors. I have a video on nude that I did on nude colors. I'm gonna put it along here so you can follow the link and watch it also. Go with that. And now I can go with my Huddah palette and use this pink color, this pink shade. I'll use this flat brush and I'll apply this one on my lid. The reason why I like starting with my eyeshadow is to avoid the fallout. And also, when I think I've not done something well, I can always go back and reapply. It's Christmas season, y'all, so you better do a lot of glitter and start learning how to use glitter. You want your eyes to pop this Christmas. As you can see, my lights on the background. I've already started celebrating. So as I've said, I'm not gonna do much, so I'm just gonna go in with my brush. Where is it? This one again, and blend that out. So that's how far I'm gonna go with my shadow. So next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my eyelash color and curl my lashes. This really helps to like get your lashes really curled before you apply your mascara, and also they give your eyes that pop. And I'm using my Maybelline mascara. Just there's a lot. So I'm gonna take my wipe. Wipes always come in handy for some things like this, and just wipe the excess here before I go in with my primer. So what you're gonna do first is apply your primer. I'm using my Maybelline primer. This is hydrating. It's for like when your skin is a bit dry, you use hydrating, and when your skin is oily, you can always use mattifying. So just a little bit of this and it goes a long way. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the remaining concealer on my hand and I just apply my darker spots just to hide those spots I have. So with my fingers, I'm just going to blend this with my fingers. The reason I'm applying this is because I tend to be darker around my mouth and some spots. I'm just trying to cover them up. I'll use my Maybelline foundation, put a little bit in my hand, and then now with my sponge, just pat that around. Also, this can be like your daily makeup routine if you tend to be in a hurry. So when you're applying your foundation for a beginner, this is what you really want to do. You just need to tap it. Don't go like this, because you'll end up, your face will end up being cakey. So what you want to do is just tap it and you'll see the application going on smoothly. Just take your time. So I just take my time, and it's always good to go around your neck because you want your face and your neck to have the same color shade. And if you're wearing a top like this, either V-neck or a circular but showing, it's always good to take it down so you can see the difference between here and my forehead that I've not applied. There's a very huge difference. I go a little bit slower on my forehead because of my hair. My hair is white, so if I apply it bad, my hair tends to get the foundation. It's a bit awkward. I still have some dark spots here, so I'm gonna use like a bit of foundation to see if I can, yeah. You see, this is the only way. So you see what dabbing it, like tapping it, makes it feel the foundation sticks on one place, because if you spread it, it goes all over the place and you end up being cakey, and we don't want. These things is all about learning. There's so many YouTube videos nowadays and so many Kenyan YouTubers like do these things. You just take your time and watch a video and learn and be a pro at it. And then I'm gonna go in with my brush that I'm supposed to use for my powder also, and just tap that also to just make sure the foundation is well applied. I love this brush. I love it. And make sure when you're buying this brush, you really check the quality, because if they tend to fall out, you won't have like the smoothest application. So what we'll do now, because you're a beginner, right? You don't know this concealer thing and bronzer thing. So what you just do is take your powder, that way tap it to your brush, and then just set your foundation. Just set it. Give it that smooth look. You see here? Give it that smooth look. Also, if you're a beginner and you want to buy a foundation in a place where they'll test you and they'll give you the correct color. Don't just go to a shop and just ask for a foundation without being tested. You want to really be tested and know your color. So when I'm done, what I'll do now, I'm gonna go in with my lash color and just curl this again, because I want it to really pop. Just remove it slowly, and then I'm gonna go in with my mascara again, just removing the excess that is there, and then I'm going to apply it again, like spreading it now. I'm gonna show you something that you can always do. The eyeshadow palette that you've used, you can take, when you buy a set, they'll have something like this or something similar. So you take that brush with the eyeshadow that I used on top of here. I'm going to use that here and just give it that look. the similar look. Then I'm going in still with my Huddah color, the glittery one, and I'm just going to apply that there. And then just take your mascara and apply the lower lashes. And if you have somewhere to go and you don't apply your you don't know how to apply your makeup, call me. I'm gonna come and do that at a very cheaper price. So you see. So what we'll do now is do our lips. For the lips, it depends on what you want. You can always start with an eyeliner. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use the one I use for my eyebrows. And just line this. I had moisturized my lips before. And my lips are cracking up, so I'm not applying a lipstick. I think I'll just apply a gloss. So with my gloss, I'm gonna set my face using my Estee Lauder setting spray. Ooh. I'm gonna write everything that I've used down below so you can check them out. And if you don't know where to get them, always ask me. I'll tell you where to get. Lastly, what I'll do, I'm gonna go in with my fan brush, and I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. And I'm thinking I should do this shade here, just a little to apply. Oh my god, the thing with Glow Kit, even when you don't have your makeup, you can just apply this Glow Kit just to make people focus on a certain area in your face. When they look at you, they'll see the glow, so that's where the focus will be. So you see, are you looking at me? Can you even see me? And then on my Cupid's bow, this brush doesn't apply well on my Cupid's bow. You can always use your fingers. Put your fingers to use. And I'm using my fingers on my nose as well, the tip of my nose, and then just that. You can see the glow, can you? And then on my brow bone, I'm just applying a little bit. And on top of that, this is optional by the way if you don't know how to, but if you do, you need that glow, honey. You need it. So that's that. Imagine how simple was that. Very simple. Lastly, what I'm gonna do with my spoolie, brush it. I think that was really simple. And that's that. Very easy. You see the glow? Very easy and simple. Something that you can do at home before you go out. Something that you can do when you're going to a dinner party. If you don't know anything, just follow the steps. And if you really knew when you're doing your makeup and you're about to go, let's say you're going somewhere at 2 p.m., just do it like an hour earlier so you take your time to make it look a bit perfect. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for tuning in. I hope I've helped for a beginner out there. And if there are still burning questions you have, please comment down below, ask me anything and I'll give you an answer. And happy holidays. December is here finally. Thank you so much and I love you. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe.